What's happening, guys? Jamie here. I want to say a massive thanks for joining me in today's video. So I'm going to be talking about something that is one of the instrumental reasons that I was able to kind of break through and actually crack the code, so to speak, when it came to my affiliate results. So some of you know the backstory, but for those of you that are new to the channel, I'm going to give you a little bit of a spiel on my background and the kind of breakthrough that I had. And like I say, I'm going to deliver the reasons why it kind of happened to fall into place. So before I get into that though, if this is your first time on the channel, welcome. My name's Jamie, and if you're interested in affiliate marketing, no fluff stuff, and basically how to do the whole online marketing thing from a very fundamental standpoint, then I'd encourage you to hit that bell notification, hit the subscribe as well. You probably want to do that in reverse, so subscribe, then bell, smash that like button as well, and of course drop a comment if there's something that you'd like to learn in future as well, or you have any commentary regarding this particular video. So you guys might not be able to see this, but that little pink thing up on my wall is something that I wrote a few years ago, and what it stands for is, actually has the word focus on it, and it's an acronym, follow one course until successful. And a little bit hypocritical, I put it on my wall and then I went off and did a whole bunch of other stuff and didn't really focus at all. So to give a bit of background and going back to how I kind of cracked the affiliate code, so to speak, was basically when I got started in 2011, I was in a situation where I was working in the financial markets. It was a relatively stressful job, and I thought with what I was doing, I could then take what I was effectively doing during the day, which was account opening, sales, teaching people about the financial markets and our financial products that we had. Thought I could just take that, chuck that online and set up blogs and stuff. So I started going down that process. There was a few things that hindered me right from the start. One was I thought that it had to be perfect before I had to launch. And so I thought my blog had to be perfect. I thought that the copy that I was writing had to be perfect. I thought that all the stuff I needed to know, every little intricate detail about my hosting account before I actually launched the blog. And so sure enough, the actual launch phase of getting, I think, 3 blogs off the ground was like 7 months or something like that. It was ridiculous. So started chewing through information and all that sort of stuff, and I learned some very valuable lessons along the way. And then eventually I made a couple of very small commissions thanks to Amazon. I think maybe 40 cents or a couple of bucks or something. And although this is like a headache, like I'm gonna have to have millions of people come through this blog in order to make any decent type of income. So anyway, fast forward, I'll spare the details along the way, and fast forward to 2019, and still doing affiliate marketing as kind of more of a hobby and like a background noise. I still wanted to crack that code, but I just didn't have a framework that really worked. And in the meantime, so those 7-ish years before I made any proper income online, I learned a bunch of stuff. I tried a crap load of stuff. I mean, I would buy a course, I would soak it up through the weekend, I would then try and implement as much as I could, and sometimes I would, and sometimes I'd buy it, go, I already know this, and then I'd go through it anyway, and then I wouldn't do any work. And that happened. There was a cycle I went into. I went into consumer cycle for a long time, and I wasn't implementing anything. Call it confidence, call it shiny object syndrome, call it whatever you like. But it was something that I went through. I think if you're watching this, it's probably something that a lot of people can relate to. It's not necessarily always an easy thing just to go, okay, that's what I want to do, and I'm going to stick to it until I just make it work. And then I realized that all the people in my life that, or online at least anyway, that were getting any form of success, it's not like they were going and trying a whole bunch of different stuff. They were basically just, they had one simple business model, and then once they had that down pat, then they'd start adding other components to it. And I didn't really fully understand that. And I put that little thing on my wall, like I say, it says focus, follow one course until successful. And then basically going back to 2019 in March, I met what would later become my mentor, and gave me some really solid advice, which I went ahead and ignored for quite a little while. And the reason being, wasn't that I distrusted him, wasn't that I didn't have faith that what he was telling me was the right path to follow, anything like that. It wasn't that I was too egotistical to accept his advice, anything like that. It was because I'd written this bloody thing on my wall, and I was determined to not let my focus wane into anything else, right? So I poured so much emotional energy into building up this course, And it would take me another 8-9 months for me to actually release this stupid thing. And sure enough, I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. It does make very consistent money for me even now, so I can't complain. Okay, so no complaints there whatsoever. But having said that, had I just like let go of my projects, the emotional energy I poured into these things enough, and actually just focused on what it was he told me, then bang, I would have cracked the code a lot earlier, would have made a ton of more money, and would have a very simple business model to follow. So if any of this is sounding like you at all, like the pathway that you've kind of taken where you're kind of confused, do I do that, do I do that, do I do that? If you'd like a way to fix that, now first to say that this isn't going to be for everyone. In fact, it's probably not going to be for most people, because it involves a bit of work, and it involves a pathway that students that are going through it are actually taking on this project and this program are getting some amazing results. And all you need to do is just click that link below to check that out. It's called the Super Affiliate Accelerator, and like I say, if it's for you, then awesome, would love to have you on board. If not, then that's cool too. So anyway, right, with all that being said, focus. So I didn't really want to focus. I was focused on releasing this course, when in reality, I just needed to finish it. I should have finished it a lot quicker. And when I finally did, I kind of released it and stuff. And then I just like the pain threshold got too much because I was confused. I didn't really know what to do. And basically we kind of sat down, we simplified my business, and in the end, I was really left with only 4 very, very simple components. And that was, number 1 was content. Number 2 was engagement. Number 3 was outreach, and number 4 was basically a method to turn lookers into buyers, and turn people that you're having conversations with into prospects, and then into obviously buyers as well. Now, on the assumption that they're the right fit for the products that you have. So again, the whole reason why this process works is not because you're trying to force something onto someone that it doesn't help. Right, so anyway, once I finally took that advice and I really listened to it, and I kind of like let go of all this other stuff that I was holding on to, and I really did just listen to this piece of paper right here, and I focused, I had my first $1,000 day within 7 days of applying this advice. So I shit you not. I had another one, I had another $1,000 day the next day. Now, at that time, I was making some affiliate commissions, but nothing really regular. I had some stuff happening. It wasn't really that regular though. Now, all that being said, I had my first $10,000 month that month, and then I went on to do other things, and of course I've been averaging over $10,000 ever since. So point being is that simplification, and again, referring back to this magic little notepad I've got here, focus. So the takeaway and the lesson for you guys is, if you're in a situation where you don't know what to do, you don't know where to turn, you don't know how to do this, then that to make your business work, check that out first and foremost. And if it's not for you, that's completely cool. But the takeaway is to find something that you would do for free. You would happily go and produce content, or you'd happily go and chat to people, or produce YouTube videos for free, and like you were never getting paid. And the reason why I say that is because if you're just solely focusing on the potential rewards on the financial basis, you're actually missing out on the pathway that you get to go down. For me, of course, I'd love to have said, right from the start, I was successful, blah, 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 blah. Wasn't the case. Like, it sucked for a lot of years. Went through bankruptcies and failed relationships, and, being very, very, very broke at different times. I didn't even know if I could make it to my own wedding. And I'm not trying to paint some bullshit bloody sob story. Like, my life has been pretty amazing. I live a really, really wonderful life and whatnot. I'm not suggesting that. I'm not playing a victim for, by any stretch of the imagination, of course. But, it's one of those things where all that learning that I've had, that now gets poured out into my content, and now gets poured out to helping people out. And not everyone's going to be the right fit for the program that I have, or in your case, the program that you're promoting. So takeaway is, stay focused, focus on one thing. And again, I did it all for free. I did it at a very huge cost to me, financially and emotionally and mentally, and probably physically as well, for years. I did it all for free. And so if you can do that, and you're able to focus on that one thing, that's how you get your breakthroughs, because you will work it out. You will keep going. You won't allow the distractions to come in and go, oh, am I going crazy? Should I try something else? I don't know. You're just going to go, no, I'm going to do this one pathway. I'm going to go down this thing and make that work. And that is key to you succeeding. Now, I know these videos are not filled with fluff, and I do have some on this channel that are, you know, basically me going into dissecting certain things, but you probably find that on any channel. If that's for you, that's cool. I'd love to have you stick around, but if not, I completely get that as well. Anyway, that's it for me today, folks. I really appreciate you tuning in. Hopefully you got some value out of this. Smash that like button, drop a comment, let me know your thoughts, and look forward to seeing you guys in the next one.